wasn't it, really?
Yeah, it was a fighting performance in the second half. You know, they did what they had to do. You know, unfortunately, we had Jones sent off literally 5 minutes, I think, after he came on. Maybe rightly so. You know, he took a yellow card for the team. You know, the first yellow card here on the wing. Otherwise, Woking would have been through on goal. Second yellow card was on the far side of the pitch. We couldn't see it properly from here, but the referee took a few moments, decided to give him a yellow card, and he was off. But overall, I'm happy with the performance. You know, we battled really well. You know, Jordan Davis had to go off injured. So yeah, all in all, 3 points. It's all we'd hoped for before the game started today. You know, we knew Woking was going to be a very difficult team to beat. They've won quite a few games so far this season. They're on the same points as us before today's game. Had a great win away at Torquay last week, or at home. And, you know, it was going to be a tough game. And every game, I think, this season is going to be a tough game here. Even at the racecourse here, it's going to be tough with the fans here as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Throw us your comments and questions if you want to. I would say that, the thing is that it was key we got a result, I think, out of this.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we should have got a result against County when we drew 1-1. We had far greater opportunities there in that game than we did today's game. And we only came away with a draw. But today, you know, a good chance, you know, a great chip in by Mullin over to the back post where Davies was there just to nod it in the back of the net. And it was a great goal, and it was great to see the stadium, you know, up on their feet applauding the goal. It was a well-worked goal, and there was quite a few, you know, a lot of well-worked moves in the game, but we just couldn't add that finishing touch to score a goal, even near the end of the game. You know, we were run a goal, and we squared the ball for, was it Luke Young we squared it for? No, who did we square for?
Which one side?
Right, virtually in the last minute of the goal, right in front of the goal here.
McAlinden's
run, yeah.
But we had chances, but the fact of the matter is that win was key.
Yeah.
Despite it's a results game, and even though I think we'd be happy with the way we started the season, we want more than 1 win out of 4, and we needed a win just to keep it right up there, didn't we?
Yeah, of course we did. You know, going back over time, you know, like Woking, we'd have scored a goal and then we'd want it lost. But today, you know, battling performance, and the most important thing with 3 points on the board. It doesn't push the table, because when we discussed a bit earlier, we've actually gone down 1 place, even though we won, because everybody above us won apart from Woking. So real great result for the town today, and another tough game on Tuesday and next Saturday at home.
It was a strange one, isn't it, to beat the team that are above you in the table and still go down. It's rather odd, but it's all in goal difference. It's all getting very tight up there, and we're certainly up there, and it's only early days. But
very early days, and we're still, you know, getting to know each other as a team. I mean, as you said, there was only Luke Young on the pitch there today that was matched up with the guy who's playing for Maguire Drew, yeah.
Leighton.
Leighton would have been as well. Yeah, sorry, yeah. So 2 players on the pitch. Yeah. Was when Maguire Drew was here playing last for Wrexham.
Yeah, it's a big turnover, isn't it?
Big, yeah. You know, most of the team.
Yeah, exactly. We've, like I say, it's very quiet out there, people. I can see you watching. Like, I can't see you watching. I can see by the figures that people are watching. Please, by all means, throw in some comments. I'll check. Hey, here we are. Nice one. It's Ricky and Mark's limb angling. Referee was absolutely dreadful. Needs to let the game flow a bit. Yeah, absolutely. He had a stinker, didn't
he? He did have a stinker. I mean, let the game flow. Yeah, but there were times when the referee should have pulled up the game for free kick. I mean, Mullin was getting a torrid time up front. You know, off the ball, he was getting nudged in the back. He had pushed in the back, pushed to the side, and the referee wasn't picking this up. You know, tactically, I think Woking played really well against us and did a lot of things behind the referee's back. Referee, a few poor decisions. Yeah, we could have had a couple of penalties maybe in the first half. Was Woking to penalty with Maguire Drew? I don't know. Close to the end of the game, we don't know. Yeah. It was too far away from us here. Yeah. But he didn't have a great game, and I don't think his assistants helped him very much either.
He was erratic, wasn't he?
He was.
That was the major issue. Mm-hmm. I just talked to some people after the final whistle, and they were saying he was biased. I don't think he's biased at all, because he gave some bad decisions. I think both ways. He was inconsistent. And I think he needed to be a bit more authoritative, I think, because Woking were willing to bite and scratch.
And he should have put his authority down
Yeah.
in the first minute, or whenever the first decision came ahead. He didn't. He just let it go. So and that set the tone for the game, where he was going to let things go, and then all of a sudden he started booking players.
I've got to be honest. I don't want to sound too harsh on referees, but I think there's an element of, if you're seen to not be strong, players will take advantage of you.
Yeah, and they do.
And that's just the way it is. You've got to, I think, to be strong at the start. But there was a poor tackle by a Wrexham player, I think it was, after about 2 minutes, that I thought should have been a yellow. And I remember saying in commentary, it's one of those where you won't book him because it's early.
Yeah.
Well, I don't agree with that at all.
If it's a booking offence, it should be a booking offence.
Exactly.
Yeah, whether it's the first minute or the 90 minutes.
Yeah. And if you show that strength early on as well, people probably aren't going to be taking liberties.
Correct. Yeah. But there was a lot of that. There was a lot of elbowing going on today. A lot of our players had elbows, which he didn't pick up. And
then you could say it spanned the other way as well. I mean, the penalty shout at the end could well have been a penalty. We can't really tell.
Went either way, didn't it? We thought it was a 50-50 ball, and 1-0 win. I'm happy. So
watch your head, Neil.
Don't want a big suitcase dropping on me.
Welcome to the Olympic box carrying championships here in North Wales. That was heroic. Well done. Yes, round of applause. That was one of the best things I've ever seen in this press box. Gareth Davis asking how much is a match day ticket. I don't know.
I think it varies around the ground, doesn't it? I think you buy early bird tickets for £15 or £16 for the Wrexham stand, but it goes up to about 20.
Well, get onto the club website, get onto the club's...
Our next home game is next Saturday against Dagenham, and I guess that will be close to a full house again. There was over 8,000 here today, and I'm sure it'll be the same next Saturday.
Yeah, get onto that online shop to make sure that you find the prices and get your tickets, because, as you say, we've got over 5,000 season ticket holders now. We've had so tickets for the rest of the ground are a little bit limited, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
Excellent. So bring those questions in, chaps. Otherwise, this is going to be a very short Q&A. There ain't no A's without your Q's. That's what my dad always told me.
Excuse me. Yeah.
We were talking about good performances, weren't we? We both agreed that records was very prominent, wasn't it?
Yeah. Although we didn't put many talent, crossing into the box, and French had a quieter game today as well, I think, as well. But as I said to you during commentary earlier, I think he's a totally different player this season from what he was last season, when he's more of an attacking midfielder, basically, going up the wings, and he's got a good touch on the ball. Yeah. And I think he's developed really well under Parkinson in this new regime.
He's done all right, hasn't he? Yes. To be honest, I thought Cameron Green would be first choice. I was really impressed with Green at the end of last season.
Yeah, so was I. But he hasn't even been on the bench. Whether he's injured, I'm not sure.
Don't think so.
No.
He was on the bench till the last game, wasn't he? But he's not been today either. But yeah, I think certainly Records' physicality is probably in fitting with how we play.
Yeah, he's a strong player as well. I thought we might have missed Reece Hall-Johnson as well for his pace down the wing as well. But no, I mean, I was really impressed again with it. We were on the back foot a bit, but on the whole, I thought, stages in the game we were great on the attack. Some of the through balls we played, and the 1-2s. For the goal, it was just a one pass. And it's not what we used to at Wrexham.
Yeah.
And it was very, very entertaining to watch again.
And then as well, I mean, we must point out that attention's taken by that foul or not in the box on Maguire-Drew at the end, but let's not let that overshadow what happened a second beforehand, which is that Maguire-Drew just had to score, and Leighton, who had not had to make a proper save all game,
not at all,
made an absolutely magnificent save to deny him. I mean, that was outrageously good.
It was. I mean, Leighton didn't have a lot to do during the game whatsoever. He had a couple of, run-of-the-mill save to make, but that was just out of this world. He's one-on-one with the keeper, and he just came out, made himself big, and Maguire-Drew hit it straight at him, and it rebounded out towards the touchline.
I made the comment in the commentary that it reminded me of that big save that Alisson made for Liverpool the season they won the Champions League. If they hadn't beaten Napoli at home in the last group game, they wouldn't have got out of the group. And with seconds left, a Napoli player, I think it was Dries Mertens, I remember correctly, was all on his own 6 yards out and hit it, and Alisson did exactly what Leighton did, rushed out, made himself big, made a fantastic save.
Yeah.
and Liverpool won the Champions League.
Yeah.
But Leighton there, it was a very similar sort of save. And I know it wasn't quite the Champions League, but the stakes were high. That save had...
They were. You know, it goes from 3 points to 1 point then. But yeah, and it's got to be very difficult when you don't have a lot to do in a game to come out and make a save like that, you know. So, all credit to Leighton for saving that ball and saving us 2 points. Well, giving us 2 points really, or saving 2 points for us.
Another player deserves credit is Luke Young. Danny Dyer there.
Yeah.
He came up from Plymouth to watch the game.
Wow.
Nice one, Danny. And he says, a good game. Luke Young, what a player.
Oh, he is. Dan and I used to travel up from Cornwall to come and watch the games up here until I moved back up to this part of the world, and it's a long old journey. But it'll be a good journey back today, mate.
That's right, yeah.
So
enjoy the service stations.
Especially Gloucester now they've opened. It's a nice service station.
Is it? All
yeah,
right.
Gloucester. But no, Luke Young puts himself all over the pitch. And I think he's been taking a little bit of, maybe, on some of the social media sites, people haven't been having a go at him. But I think he's a good all-round player, Luke Young. He always gives 100%. He always, gives his... gives the full what he's all over the pitch. He makes some good tackles, maybe sometimes, but you can say that about any player. The final ball is not brilliant, but 99% of the time, he's a great player.
I've got to be honest, I hadn't seen that criticism.
Have you not? No.
With those critics, I don't know what game they're watching. It's a different one from me. I've got to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I think
quite a bit on social media about Luke Young. Which is, for the whole team at the moment. It's so early in the season, guys. Give the guys time to gel, and let's say only in the 5th game of the season so far.
Yeah.
Give us till Christmas.
And we've also had a very tough run as well, haven't we? Only our second home game out of those 5.
Yeah.
We've been to some sides that you expect to be up there by the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. Then we've got 2 more tough games coming up.
Yeah.
Judge us come Christmas.
Yeah.
Don't criticise us. I mean, get behind the boys at the moment and support the team.
Yeah. Danny is saying good day, good atmosphere, a bit sloppy in places, but worth the 260-mile one way to the racecourse. I think that's absolutely right. Yeah. Mine
used to be a 320-mile one way to the racecourse. So yes, it is a good old journey.
Well, going back to David Jones, the red card, Phil Jones is saying, what about the Jones sending off? Well, Rob Harrison, actually, his response maybe gives you a bit of a clue of it. David Jones, what was he doing there? Thank God it didn't cost us. Yeah, I mean, basically, the first yellow was definitely a yellow. A player got past him. I think he was going for the ball, but he mistimed it, took the man, the yellow card. Well, the only misfortune for Jones, I think, is this referee was letting some clear yellow cards go. And then was penalising players when it was very harsh. But anyway, it was a yellow card challenge. And then the second one, it's a loose ball. He's gone in rather wild for it. About a minute after he picked up his yellow, it wasn't the best tackle to go in for. Frankly.
No, not at all. As you say, an experienced player, you'd think he'll, just stand your ground, just hold him out, but he didn't. He went in for the ball, and silly challenge to make. But I put a lot more pressure on the team then to defend. With only 10 players on the pitch.
I mean,
I'm sure he's regretting what he did.
Oh, yeah.
We all do when we make rash challenges.
It's like the Paul Rutherford red card, isn't it? When he got sent off his last ever game. I mean, okay, reckless tackles will lead to red cards. Reckless tackles hurt teams. But, they're going in for those tackles because they genuinely think they're going to be able to win it. Yeah. I'm sure. I want to see the Jones win again.
Wasn't cynical, is what you're saying.
He's going for the ball. He's not, but... yeah, if you time that right, the crowd love it because you've nailed the tackle. Yeah. If you time it wrong.
There's a few times we had good tackles and the referee penalised us and gave a Woking free kick, Well,
there was a challenge by Luke Young as well in the second half, which the ref gave our way.
Yeah.
I thought Luke Young was in trouble when he went in like that. It was a hell of a hard tackle. But
the record challenge where he went in and won the ball and the ball spun off in the direction, and he gave Woking
that was a poor one, wasn't it?
Yeah. But he unfortunately deserves to get sent off. He made 2 silly challenges. One, he needed to. The first one, the yellow card. The second, we couldn't see, but he obviously went in recklessly and took the player out.
Yeah, I don't think there's any complaint. He didn't complain.
No.
And that's always a good indicator, isn't it, really, of how accurate a decision is, really. Yeah. But you'll regret that, I'm sure. But like I said, it's like Rutherford's, Rutherford's gone in sort of too fussy the player, well, not too fussy, but very late and very hard. But, we all know Paul Rutherford. He wanted Wrexham to win that game desperately. He really thought there's a loose ball here. It's on the edge of the other side's area. If I win this hard tackle, we might score. That's what he's doing. He's misjudged it, but he's trying to win the ball. Jones is no doubt the same. But he's misjudged it, and I don't think there's any complaint about the decision, to be fair.
No, not at all.
Every other decision in the game, there probably was. but there was one straightforward one there that he was able to get right. Right, any more questions, chaps? Oh, gosh.
Very quiet.
There's so many people here, I guess. you know, Danny Dyer's such a star of this.
Yeah.
But he's driving back home, so there's a lot of people, aren't able to.
It's amazing we've got fans, travelling, that distance just come and watch a home game,
It's fantastic, isn't it?
As we were saying earlier, it's transformed North Wales, it's transformed the club, The number of fans in the ground today, just through Rob and Ryan, has made a huge difference for the club and the finance of the club, just because of the number of the supporters coming through the gates.
Yeah, exactly. Exciting taste of things to come. And, when we've talked years ago about rebuilding the Cop stand, obviously I've always thought we should do. But
there's only points when there's not that many fans here.
There's a bit of me thinking, if we're getting 4,000, all you're doing is spreading the fans around the ground. Really. But now it feels like there's a purpose to doing it, and I'm rather excited about it.
Which is their whole plan for the club,
Exactly.
Taking it forward.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, well, we'll wrap it up then, guys, if there's no more. But it's a pleasure having a chat to you. Remember, we'll do these after the games. And all our games will be live, of course. Oh, hello, there's a point here. Hang on. Oh, Danny Dyer. Big shout out to my dad, Peter. He's watching. Wow, nice one. Peter, I hope you're a Wrexham fan. I hope you keep the faith as well, from whatever distance you have
Whether
to
it be Wrexham or in Plymouth.
Absolutely. And if you're in Plymouth, come on, see the light.
Well, Plymouth had a good win today, 3-0, I believe. So, yeah.
Oh, nice one. But Wrexham are, our away kit's green. So you need to step over if that's what the journey that needs to be made. And old Danny, he's been a mainstay of these broadcasts for a long time. What a hero.
Well, what's he doing posting on here then, Danny, if you're on your way home, mate? Unless you're a passenger in your car, obviously.
I don't know. If it's Wrexham fans above the law, it's okay. It's okay. Anyway, would you mess with Danny Dyer?
No, not the Danny Dyer, no.
Exactly.
No.
How do you know this isn't the real Danny Dyer?
It may well be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And on that bombshell, well, we'll scarp it. But good win that. Excellent. Let's hope we can follow it up on Tuesday night. Bye, everyone.